What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkshard of the YouTube Assassin, and we have the last Mastery Challenge, or so it would seem. So we're going to begin with the bear. We need fire damage kills and to kill all the targets. So we're going to take a look at what this entails. Of course, they're going to give us certain gear, and we are going to really have to work at this. I don't think this one was very hard. Basically, none of these are hard once you learn the mechanics of them. That's basically once you figure it out, this all becomes real easy. So, as you can see, this is a pretty small area, but again, looks can be deceiving. What we want to do, though, is we want to be able to light these guys on fire. Now, I'm going to try to throw some jugs of fire, but this is not going to work at all, trust me. I was actually trying to see if it would work where I could throw these things at them and, kind of use that to my advantage, use that as the strategy for defeating this thing, but it really wasn't happening. It just was not working. And my trajectory was off. You're better off just going down there or firing arrows at them, because as you can see, you need fire damage kills and you need to kill all the targets. The targets are the characters that have the blue arrows above them, and of course you need to kill everything else with fire until it tells you that you've reached maximum capacity for that. Now, there are going to be times where you'll hit a certain amount of characters and they won't you won't have to hit any more than that. That's happened to me a couple of times. I've actually been able to go and get leave one or two characters alone where I didn't even have to bother. So here we go. As you saw, I'm on fire. It has to be a fire kill. We don't want to do this where they're actually surviving or they're getting killed by just, like my regular weapons that are not burning. I'm pretty sure that you could get away with maybe one or two, but for the most part, you really want to aim to make sure that you get these guys burning. You get them with fire as much as you can, as often as possible. That's what kills them. That's going to be your key. Even if that guy, he just threw fire, he still counts. The guy still counts in your favor. So make sure you're running around, you're doing that and whatnot. You definitely want to make sure that you're kind of fulfilling the mission constraints. That's really what's important here. Now, the other thing that you've got going on, when you look at the lower right hand corner, I've got two different abilities. One will actually light my my scythe on fire. The other one, I didn't even know what it did. I didn't even try it. I just went with the fire one. To me, that just really, really worked everything out. So here we go. You're going to see me coming around, killing these guys. And you'll see, out of nowhere, I'll defeat, whoever, it'll give me a message that says that I don't have to go and attack anybody else. These guys, you definitely want to get out the way. These guys are a real pain. They're just so freaking annoying. They're going to toss me a couple of times. Those guys that are throwing the fire, those are going to be your best friends, honestly. Because those guys, they're going to throw fire. They're going to make it so that you've always got fire around you. Even if you don't have any ability bars and you're unable to actually create fire with your own abilities. A lot of flipping, a lot of rolling. Also make sure that your health is, pretty high. There's plenty of things around to eat so that way you keep your health up. You don't have any rations or anything like that. And you're playing with fire, so you can pretty much get burned pretty easily. It's actually using a lot of the armors and whatnot that you get from, I want to say this one is from the Wrath of the Druids. I think I saw some that was Siege of Paris as well. So they do a lot of mixing and matching of different gear sets, and that's just, you know, basically basically to your advantage for the challenge that you're trying to complete. But also, I kind of feel like it kind of gives you a look into what the armor sets look like and what the abilities are. Honestly, if you really go at these armor sets, if you really go at these challenges and you go for gold in each of them, I guarantee you you'll be like a way better player than you were. Not that you really needed to be a better player at this game, because I mean, let's face it, you could just like stomp kick everything if you really wanted to. It really has no effect, like, you know, whatever gear or runes or anything like that. I've done this before where like I've done like a level 1 challenge where I've just completed the game on level 1 with the level 1 gear without using any other abilities or anything like that. So again, you really don't need a lot of skill. These are the most these are the most challenging things. Like, they're not kidding when they say that they're obviously mastery challenges. These are the most challenging parts of the game ever. A lot of people don't actually like it just because it's so hard. A lot of people, you know, are okay with it. A lot of people find it easy. I myself, I'm up and down. So here we go. As you can see, I'm just taking out all the characters that I can. I'm aiming with fire for the guys at the top, like these guys right here. If you aim at their backs, they will explode. And it does count as like a fire thing, so there we go. Look at that. There's a nice crispy corpse. We're going to use that to light our arrow for free. Get this guy up here. Got him, but not in the way I wanted to get him. He's burning though. These guys, if they throw fire and the fire hits whatever, it's not going to affect them. They're not going to burn. See, now this guy, I thought he hurt himself. You know, he actually didn't. But he did light my arrow up. So here you go. I've got, it looks like, one more target that I have to get. But we also want to get those fire kills, so we definitely want to make sure that I'm burning them alive. And as you can see, lighting the weapon up very close to the enemies will, you know, like light them up as well. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. Here we go, just trying to light them all up. See, it had like a little blast that went out. So here we go, we're going for gold. And we've gone for gold. See, and as you can see, I defeated the mission constraints, and I didn't have to take out the other enemy. And this happens a lot. This is like really weird the way that this happens. It's really strange the way that works out. So we defeated that. Obviously, we got gold on it. And now we're going to go to like the next thing. We're going to go on to the Raven. Or not the Raven, the Wolf. Pardon me. In this one, we need headshot kills. We need weak points hit. And destroy all the silos. Now, there are 4 silos here, I believe. And we want to actually, you know, like obviously hit the weak points on the enemies and then give them headshots. So what I like to do is this. I like to hit the weak point and then get right towards the head and give him a headshot right there. And that's the easiest way of doing this. You know, as soon as you get them to their knees, just headshot them. And that way, you know, you cover all your bases. Now the silos, as you can see, they have the arrows. We're going to light those things up, and as you can see, we have the explosive that we could add to our arrow, and that's going to be on the lower left hand corner. Once we have ability bar full up, we'll be able to like take these silos out. Now you don't want to take the silos out while there are enemies surrounding them. If you do that, there's a good chance that the enemy will die, and if the enemy dies, you obviously do not get a headshot count, nor do you get a weak point count. So just keep that in mind. Clear the area, be a little patient, and that's really one of the massive things that like I want everybody to understand. You really do need to be patient if you want to get through this whole thing. All right? And especially when you're doing the Raven the Raven challenges. I know a lot of people, you know, like they get like really frustrated. The Raven challenge in this one was actually pretty frustrating. You know, it just felt like every time I turned around, like certain things kept happening that should not have happened, like enemies following you a certain distance and whatnot. But you know, it all works out for the best. Or it did work out for the best. Now here we go. See, like you shouldn't even be worried if you see like you know, like multiple people. You still want to be able to just take your time, do it one at a time. Take that guy out, give him a nice little headshot. Didn't work, give him another headshot. Wait till he's like you know, just chilling, and then when he least expects it, pop him in the head. There we go. Just be aware of your surroundings, you know, like use all your resources. Just make sure that you're able to like get these guys, and don't worry about, you know, like trying to get everybody all at once. Just pay attention to who's where. See, now I took those other two guys out. Now I'm able to take this guy out. He's pretty quick with his feet. He's guarding those kneecaps. Guarding his kneecaps like a 1990s basketball player. Oh, you failed. There you go, headshot. And now that this area is clear, I'm free to basically blow this silo up. So that's what I want to do. Here we go. Light it up. Light it up. You notice that there's like that red outline. You want to get the hell out of the way. You don't want that thing taking you out. And there's the other one that's nearby. And there's nobody else there as well. So there we go. There goes that silo. Looks like I've got two more. And I've still got a bunch of headshots and weak points to hit. So we'll start hitting them. Lot of area to cover here. I know sometimes like some people get overwhelmed when they see this stuff because you don't know exactly where to go or where to start, where to begin. But you just work on one side and get to the other. So we're going to go around this bend. We're going to clear out another little area. And then once we clear out that area, we'll be able to take out another silo. So there's the silo right there. We definitely want to take these guys out. Now you could try to take them out like one at a time, or you could try to take them out like all at once. That guy's axe fell off, went back on, and fell off again. It's probably going to be easier if you kind of crowd control them. You get them one at a time. Especially, you know, when you want to be able to take your time. Look at this lunatic just come running out of nowhere. when you want to take your time and aim, that's probably the best thing to do is try to take them out one at a time. So here we go. Still trying to headshot that guy. There we go, finally. These shield guys make me nuts. There we go. These dancing guys too. They're crazy. There we go. Take your knee. Take your other knee. Take your head. Now these guys, for some reason, I could never hit them in the chest. But it's one of those situations where I don't think it's really going to matter. I think the headshot kill is what's really going to matter. But even with this one, I may not be able to get the headshot kill. We'll see. Being that, you know, they're using the shield, they're guarding their chest, and that's basically ruining our day there. So here we go, we'll just keep hitting them in the chest. All counted as a headshot kill. Well, here comes another lunatic. Just came out of nowhere there. Get him in the foot, get him in the head, bang. There we go. Now it'll start to kind of check off where you'll see I'll either no longer have headshot kills or weak points hit. It'll just like not show that anymore. It'll just make it like I've already done all that. But we'll see. Hold on. Let's get in here. Let's get this guy. Oh, this guy's in an arm. There we go. Got him. Never really had a problem with the bear or the wolf. I do have problems a lot sometimes with the raven because the sneaking around is obviously still not at its best. And the AI for these challenges were really wrecked. The raven in this one was just absolutely insane. It really was. It was insane. The AI just, it either, just when I thought I figured the AI out, something else would happen. And I'll show you about that. Like, you know, I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get there. You'll see all kinds of stuff going on. I'll explain exactly what I mean because, you know, I don't want you to fall into the same problems and traps that I was falling into. I want you to be able to do it, hopefully your first try. If not, it not be as frustrating as it was. Okay, so now we're going for gold. We've got a bunch of headshot weak points. Obviously, we're going to take that silo. But we got a couple more guys to take out. And again, this is one of those situations I don't think we need to take out everybody. Really don't. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Alright. Almost there. Headshot. I don't think I got that guy's weak point. Even with him kind of acting up. Looked almost like my bird got his weak point. Every time I'm trying to get his chest, he counts as a headshot. So there we go. We got a couple of other guys here. So we'll take them out. There we go. We're almost there. These guys have 2 weak points, so that kind of makes up for any weak points that I may be missing. Really annoying enemy. But definitely not up your shots. So there we go. I got the weak points and I got the headshots. So all that's left is the silo. If there was anybody else in the area, I don't have to worry about them. And that's that. That's all you had to do. So as you can see, we, again, stayed within the mission constraints, and we beat it out. So now, the very last step here is going to be the Raven, and the Raven drove me absolutely bonkers. Not even joking about that. The Raven was absolutely, it was so evil. So we need assassinations, indirect kill on targets, remain anonymous, and kill all targets. Now, I'm going to explain to you what that means. The kill all targets, obviously there's going to be targets that we're going to see that'll have the arrow over their heads. And the other thing that we're going to see is we need to indirectly kill them, which means that we cannot assassinate them. We need to use something else in order to kill them. So we're going to have to use anything like explosives. We're going to have to use like background items. We're going to have to use animals. But let me walk you through it. So as you saw, I jumped down. I killed that guy first because that guy's going to be a lookout. This guy I'm going to take out here. And that guy I'm going to take out because he is standing where he is. If he's standing in front of the silo, do not take him out. It's going to cause an explosion, bring a whole bunch of people there, and then you're going to have to wait for them to all go back to their locations. So here we go. We'll take this guy out. And these assassinations, they have to be just assassinations. Does not matter how you assassinate them. Air assassination, ledge, from a hiding spot, like sneaking up on them and just murdering them, does not matter. But I strongly suggest that every kill that you perform is an assassination because they all count. I think at the end of this there was one guy or two guys maybe that did not need to be assassinated. Now, remain anonymous. They are dead serious about remain anonymous, okay? There are animals in cages all around here. If you free an animal, you will have to remain anonymous even from that animal. Otherwise, it'll count against you. Now, that's a target. Easy. Just hit them, hit those explosive jars, and that took him out. So I got the credit for indirect kill and killing a target. Indirect kill on target and killing a target. So here we go. We'll take this guy out. And in this one, we can actually multi-kill or multi-assassinate. The one thing you don't want to do is multi-assassinate any of the targets. It'll count as an assassination, won't give you the credit. Another thing that I want to point out to you guys, again, patience, patience, patience. All around here. Look at this. We're going to wait for this guy to move. We're not just going to, like, you know, try to, like, jump the gun and get him to go. There we go. He moved now. Now we'll make our move. We'll go. We'll take him out. He won't even be paying attention. There it is. Fantastic. Now, there is a target there, but we're going to leave him for now. We're going to take out a whole bunch of these other guys because, believe it or not, what we have to do to take that target out, these other guys are going to come running just because they're close. And when you see what's involved, you'll know what I'm talking about. So here we go. We're going to go this way. We're going to take this guy out, and then there is somebody up above in that tower. So here we go. Take that guy out. Now we'll take the guy out in the tower. There we go. And now we're kind of going to like go across this tightrope, but we're going to wait. As you can see, there is a blue arrow that's heading our way. It's actually going under that walkway, and it's going to go directly underneath this bag. So we're going to shoot the bag, and we're going to drop the bag on top of this thing, killing it. And by the way, I want to let you guys know that you're going to want to make sure that you get all the assassinations before you take out the targets. If you take out all 4 targets and then think you're going to do the assassinations, it doesn't work that way. The thing is going to shut down. It's going to tell you that you only got like bronze or something because you only took out the targets. You didn't bother with everybody else. Make sure that you take out as many of these guys as you can, and then when it no longer says assassinations, that's when you finish the other guys off, the targets, and that's when you finish them off with indirect kills. So we're going to be patient here. We're going to wait for the guy with the shield to get closer. And we're not going to like move in and out of this area because the guy directly across from us that's in that barn thing, if he sees us, he's going to stare at us. He's going to be suspicious. And we're going to have to wait a couple of minutes until he decides that he wants to turn around. So let's just make sure that like we're chilling here for a little bit. I know that like it sucks all the waiting, but the waiting actually works. So here we go. Now we'll assassinate this guy, bring him down. And if we were out further enough, we could have thrown the axe at that guy, but we didn't get a chance to. Now before I leave this area, I'm definitely going to take this guy out. But again, we want to be patient. We don't want to do it while other soldiers and whatnot are looking at him, because then they're going to know that something's up, and we definitely don't want that. If you have them get suspicious, they will follow you. And where we're going to that one guy that we left behind. That guy, he actually has something that we need, which is his death. So again, we'll just wait. I know it's a pain. We'll wait, we'll come in. Grab this dude, put him to the ground. Boom, there he is. And I will just walk away. We'll go back to where we were. To this guy. Now this guy is going to be like a little tricky. What's going to end up happening here is that there are several cages. There's a bear, there's a couple of wolves and whatnot. And what I want them to do is I want them to just attack him. But the problem is that in attacking him, if they see you, they will, you know, like it will count as you not being anonymous. So we're going to try to like take these guys out. Also, without any of the other soldiers in the other areas around, he's not going to be able to have backup because the other soldiers will come running too sometimes. Or sometimes these animals will like go and like attack the other soldiers. They won't even be interested in this guy. So it's kind of like a catch-22. I really prefer to like get him with the explosives, but he doesn't get in there. Well, now that he's like in the barn, if I was confident enough to like shoot at one of the exploding jars, then, you know, I'll take that shot and possibly take him out. But again, you run the risk of him seeing you or the other animal seeing you, and that's not what you want. So here we go. I just shot the jar. Let's see if that's enough. The whole place goes on fire. There's a bunch of jars inside there. The first time I did this technique, it was kind of crazy. Like I ended up, he actually went into the barn to fight these creatures, and all of a sudden he blew up and he killed himself. And he took out all the creatures, so I didn't have to worry about nothing. I mean, if you get that lucky, that would be absolutely amazing. If not, you're going to have to do it the hard way. And I'm going to do it the hard way. I'm going to show you how to do it the hard way just in case nothing happens. I know a lot of people have been complaining about this. They don't like the Mastery Challenges. They feel that it's all like luck-based, that it has nothing to do with like the player skill or anything like that. In some cases, I do tend to agree with you guys. But in other cases, I'm just like, you know, I'm here for the ride, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, my plot failed. It failed miserably. So I'm going to have to find another way of doing this. And the other way of doing this is to go across the rooftops, head over to the other side, This guy killed a bear and like 8 wolves. Like, this is psychotic. There's also a couple of wolves inside, just in case you didn't know that. In those cages. So what I'm gonna do first, before I do anything, I'm gonna try to jump up here. I'm gonna try to free the wolf and see if they come inside. And if they come inside, I could just drop that bag on top of them, which would be super effective. Now, throwing those fiery jars is not gonna work unless you like throw it next to him. And if you throw it next to him and he catches fire and burns, it will work. But again, you run the risk of being seen. And that's the one thing you don't want. You don't want to be seen. Because there have been several times where like I get all the way to the end, I'm on like one last kill, and then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, you were seen, guess what? No gold for you. Like, he wasn't even in here. What a bum. What a bum. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this jar and I'm going to place the jar in a pathway. So that way, like, I could just shoot it if he gets close to it. And then there's the jars that are up there on the other side that I showed you guys. In shooting these jars too, you have to be really careful because if he spots you, you're absolutely screwed. So just keep that in mind. I'm playing a dangerous game. It would be so much easier if he like walked inside the barn, because then at least you could like either wait on that level where I was, or you could just go and you know, shoot one of the other jars and have it explode. So there we go. Look at that. Got it. Shot the jar. He stopped there. I knew he was going to stop there. That was his pattern. And took out the jar, and that was it. Okay, these guys I don't want to mess with. I'm going to go the other way. There's a break in the fence over here. And I'll do that instead of mess with these guys. Okay, so you want to be careful here. This guy takes like 2 steps back, stops, 2 steps forward, chills. And then the guy on the left, that's the other guy you want to be careful for. If I try to assassinate this guy that's in front of me right now, the guy on the left will see it immediately. He has to walk away in order for me to assassinate this guy. So now, I'll assassinate this guy. There we go. Nobody saw it. I'm just going to chill. Jump back through this fence. And now we have, I think there's like 3 or 4 guys. No, there's got to be like 3 guys. And the last target. So what we're going to do here is jump this way. We're going to wait. Got those 2 guys conversating. Oh, there's 4 guys actually. And then the target. So these 2 guys are going to have their conversation. They're going to get to their spots. I'm going to try to sneak up on this guy. Look at that. The target itself, the leader, saw me. But I snuck around. Again, absolute patience, guys. Now I want to take this dude out. The other dude is over there. And then dude all the way on the other side. Alright. Alright, his buddy's coming to talk to him. Instead, I'm going to go this way. There's another bear there. We don't have to mess with that bear. We're just coming over here. We're going to take this guy out. There we go. Then we're going to hop back this way. We're going to chill. Alright, now is a really good opportunity because we'll take these two guys out. He's still, I'm going to take him out. And then I'm going to chain assassinate the other guy. Bang, and that's it for assassination. So we don't have to mess with that last guy. All we have to do now is indirectly kill this target. And we get the indirect kill and the target killed at the same time. So that guy's coming around the house. We're going to go this way where this guy's walking back and forth. We're not going to bother even messing with that dude there. Let him walk back and forth. But what we are going to do is we are going to stay patient and stay in this little spot. And you're going to see this guy. He's going to loop around. He's going to get close to the explosive cart that is right in front of me there. And that's what we're going to take out. We're going to take out that explosive cart as soon as the dude is right on top of it. And he does get right on top of it. He gets on top of it and he just like stops there. He's just like staring at it for like 5 minutes. So that's when we're gonna blow this sucker up. Again, we're gonna be patient. I know that's like the worst thing in these challenges. We're so used to like the entire game where we just blow through the whole thing. But in this case, we gotta chill. And we'll just rest up right here. We'll just sit here and we'll chill. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. It is a pain. It really is a pain. Like in this time, you could have been doing like a million other things, but like I really want you to see just how patient you have to be just to like complete these challenges. If you're not patient, you screw the whole thing up. So he should be coming around the corner in a couple of seconds. Or longer. We're waiting for you, buddy. What are you doing? There we go. Now we'll shoot that thing. And we'll win the match. There you go. That's it. He'll burn to death. And that's all there is to it. So that's all there is to this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. And until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. See you guys all in the next one. We're going to end this on a ya yeet. I got more coming. Keep an eye out.
Ya yeet!